voices. Good morning, everybody. Happy Saturday morning. I am here with the lovely Belinda, who is joining me today to talk about her business and why she decided to become an author inside of Phoenix Rising. So welcome, Belinda.
Thank you for having me, Tarryn.
Thank you for being here. Now, before we jump into it, let me do a quick tech check because I had a little bit of a tech issue with this the other day, and I want to make sure that we are indeed where we said we were going to be. And it doesn't look like that is the case. It says we are. I don't know. Who knows? Maybe there's a little bit of a delay. Oh, no, there we are. Yay. Okay, everything is working as it should. Yay. So I'm going to introduce Belinda to all of you lovely viewers who are watching us live or coming to watch the replay. And then we're going to jump into our super casual conversation for a Saturday morning. So Belinda is a spiritual mentor, a multifaceted energy healer, modern mystic, and heart-centered spiritual business owner of Fox Wand Apothecary. Her passion and purpose is to awaken spiritual women to be empowered through self-acceptance and a connection with their intuition to live a joy-filled life. She is a qualified Reiki master, Red Tent Women's Circle facilitator, a doTERRA wellness advocate, certified crystal healer, and intuitive tarot reader. So she's got lots under her belt. She runs workshops and meditation circles based right here in Newcastle, Australia, and through online platforms to connect and empower soulful women with her services and her handmade bath and oil ritual products. Okay, so welcome, Belinda.
Thank you, Tarryn.
Okay, so tell us a bit about Fox Wand Apothecary and how it came to be. I absolutely adore the name, so please share with us that.
Oh, goodness. It started during lockdown last year. So you probably know that I've had several phases of my business over the years. I think I've had two. And in my previous business incarnation, it was just feeling really stagnant. I was really resenting what I was doing. And it was all obviously mindset and the way that I was feeling. So it had been boiling away for a little while. And I had an idea in about October of last year. And Fox Wand was born. So I just took what I was doing in my businesses previously with my energy healing and my readings and added what I used to do. So I went full circle. I used to make bath salts and ritual oils previously, and I'd stopped that. So I've come full circle into a new fresh cycle and started that with Fox Wand Apothecary. The name, yes, I absolutely love the name as well. I wanted to call it Queen of Wands something because I really resonate with the Queen of Wands in the tarot. But I thought, look, if I just call it Queen of Wands, it sounds just like it's tarot. And then I thought, well, something with wands, like Queen of Wands, Wands Queen. I'm like, no, that makes it sound like I make wands from Harry Potter, which isn't a bad thing.
I was about to say that would be so cool, but yes.
I know, but it's not what I do. It sounds cool. So I was like, okay, what else? And Fox is a representative of the Queen of Wands. It's one of her kind of animal associations.
I did not know that.
Yes, because they're like that fire kind of animal as well.
Yeah, so, I adore foxes. One of my favorite animals.
Me too. And my dog is actually a fox terrier. So kind of tied in to become Fox Wand. And then Apothecary, I needed that extra name. So it was like Fox Wand Tarot. No, that doesn't work. Fox Wand Healing. And it made me think back to, you know, medieval times with apothecaries where someone would go for not only like perhaps herbal remedies, but for healing in general and go there for, you know, you would probably find a reader of some sort there, like a psychic maybe. Yeah, so I thought that fitted really nicely.
Amazing. I love it. And I'm definitely need to come and visit and get myself some beautiful bath salts from you. Okay. So tell me a bit about why you decided, what called you to become a part of Phoenix Rising, which is the current multi-author book project that my company has going at the moment.
Oh, I think as soon as I saw it pop up, I definitely knew, like, yeah, felt that heart pull, as a lot of other ladies have said during their interviews with you as well. I definitely felt that. And I definitely resonated with the name Phoenix Rising. That was so very powerful. Interestingly, when I was setting my intentions for 2021, my word of the year was expressive. So that very much fits in with showing up more and making sure I'm telling my story and being expressive. And the other intention was not thinking that I would be an author as such, but I wanted to do something with my collected works of I've done poetry over the years and sort of put them away in a little notebook or notebooks and never done anything with them and I'd shared some with people and they really liked it, and I'm like, well, maybe I should do something. So that was one of my intentions, was to do something with my writing. So here I am. Different form, but but
I find that these multi-author book projects are such a good starting point for people to, either move into doing their own poetry book or their own solo book or their own series of booklets or their own oracle card deck, because my publishing house does all of that. But this is such a nice small stepping stone. Like it's a fraction of the cost of what it would do to do your entire own thing, and also the time. It's only one chapter, right? And when I say only one chapter, it's a damn powerful chapter, and it's such a powerful medium, but it doesn't take months for you to write or anything like that. So it's a beautiful kind of stepping stone for you to test out your voice, nail your message, as well as be surrounded by such amazing other women, right, inside of this particular container. Yeah. So I'm so glad to have you on board here. And what do you hope, other than, to express, to result from being a part of this project? So, for example, would you want to raise your prices, expand your reach, so get offered more podcasts or speaking events, or just be established as an expert in your industry? Or maybe it's just a cathartic writing exercise for you.
I think all of the above. As a very summarized version, definitely all of the above. And I know I joined quite early on, so I managed to sit down and get my... You were actually my
first one.
Oh, was I? Yay.
You were.
Yay. So I know I haven't submitted my chapter yet, but I took a little while to kind of go, well, what am I going to write about? And I know that I'm sure the other ladies have probably experienced this as well, or anybody has experienced when they're talking about something that they haven't shared openly. It's all in our heads and our hearts, but it's not necessarily something that we have said out loud to maybe more than a handful of people. So yes, it was definitely very cathartic getting all of those words out and having that own kind of healing and reading back over it. I wouldn't have said it certainly wasn't traumatic. It was definitely a release to get it out of my head and almost physically get it out of my body, typing it onto the page to share that. And obviously I got to the end and went, whew. But at the same time, I was also in this sort of situation of going, well, who am I to tell this story? If I say these things out loud, I'm, not only making it real, but I'm also saying something about myself that I haven't shared with anyone. Am I going to get judged? Am I, who am I to even say these things? So it's that very imposter syndrome and a lot of self-doubt as well. But I think that's the powerful message with especially Phoenix Rising, that moving on from that, well, not even moving on, a transition, a transformation through an event that has completely shattered you to rise up again from those ashes was so powerful that I went, well, no, even if I wasn't part of this book, it was, I'm so glad that I am, because it is such a transformative experience that I went, well, hang on, when I went through this, I went through it feeling like I had no support and I was alone. And what if my story could help even just one other person, that they would not even feel alone anymore. They would feel like they were oh, wait, someone else has gone through this and she survived and she transformed her life and is doing amazing things. What's stopping me? So even if it affects one person anywhere in the world, that is my goal, that somebody just doesn't feel alone, because community and, as you know, because you've been in my women's circles when I used to run them, that connection and sisterhood is so important, and that sharing of our story, because we're just ingrained and conditioned not to share things, not to speak up, not to say things out loud, because we might be, tall poppies, we might have an ego, we might cause jealousy. Yeah, which none of that is true. None of that is true for the right people. So the people that you are meant to hear you.
Will hear you, right?
That's exactly right. They'll hear your message and
feel
heard and understood.
Yeah, your story might spark jealousy or judgment from other people, but that's not your thing to worry about, right? That's got everything to do with them and nothing to do with you. And like you said, in the telling, who are you not to tell your story, right? We don't serve anybody by keeping silent, and it's not an ego thing. It's not a, and this is, we're so conditioned to not speak about ourselves that it's like everybody's walking around with like muzzles on. It's like, and not saying what they mean. And it's not, I'm not saying walk around and be a complete dickhead. Like, that's obviously, that's not what we do in society. But there's still that fine line between speaking the truth and having your boundaries and being seen and heard and standing up for what you believe in.
Very much so.
and then just keeping silent and then wondering why life isn't playing out the way you want it to, or why people aren't doing what you wanted them to do. Because if we don't stand up and ask for what we want or say what we mean, then we can't expect anything to go otherwise.
That's right. Because the answer would always be no, because you're not asking.
Exactly. And, if people do say no, that's fine. That's fine. They're not your people, right?
That's exactly
but there will always be someone who's your person. And, it is such a deeply transformative experience, this writing. And it can feel like this big unplugging of a blockage that's been sitting there, or a lifting of a weight, or, things like that. Because, I don't know, there just seems to be some magic in the written word, or in storytelling itself. There's just this unique magical essence, and it's so hard to describe until you do it, right?
That's right. Until you experience it yourself.
Exactly, until you experience it yourself. And then once that unblocking, that uncaging happens, it's like you are so much more courageous, because writing your story in a book like this is courageous, right? Because like you said, you might have only told this story to a handful of people, but all of a sudden you find that you're more courageous to do things that you've never done before, or to do business in a way that you have never thought of doing it before, or to approach people, whereas before you might have been like, oh, no, they don't want what I've got, going on. I won't ask them. But now it's like, you know what? I'm going to ask. And if they say no, they say no, right?
That's exactly it. I think it was also finding my voice, or even finding more of my voice, to do those things, to go, well, you know what? I do know what I'm talking about, and I can approach my business this way. And through Phoenix Rising, yes, I do hope to reach a beautiful community of women, whether it's here in Australia or anywhere around the world, and also the fellow authors that we're working with. You've set up such a beautiful container, I think, and I really look forward to getting to know everybody more. And I've seen it. 2 others, I think, have done the live, so learning what they do with their business. And we're all interconnected. We do so different things, most of us, some of us very similar, but there's this thread that, yes, we do have a story to tell, and it is important, and it is time more than ever to tell that story with us. So I think that's really important.
Yeah, beautiful. Well, thank you so much for being here with me together today. And I really look forward to journeying with you on this. And if anyone who is listening to this live or on the replay resonates with what we have said, and you are interested in finding more about this transformative experience inside of Phoenix Rising, we still have a few spots left to join us inside of this project. So please reach out to me, comment on this video, and just learn more about, if it's a good fit for you. So thank you so much, Belinda. I look forward to reading your story in Phoenix Rising. And
Thank you. I look forward
we'll
to sharing.
Soon. Okay. Beautiful. Have a wonderful weekend. Bye.
You too. Bye.